Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the third live session of our Brighter Wellness program brought to you by Sun Life Malaysia. I see a lot of you have already joined us and made some comments. So, routine evening. So, thank you for spending your Saturday evening with us. My name is Frida Liu, and I'm your host for today. And this evening, we're discussing financial wellness. Now, before we get started, a reminder to like the session, share the live video, and invite your friends. And remember to also like Sun Life Malaysia's Facebook page. So, yes, it's going to be another fun and exciting evening where we'll be selecting close to 10 winners throughout the show. However, a couple of things you will need to qualify, and that is register and share this video. And if you do not appear or comment when I call your name, then sorry, you won't be able to qualify. Remember to register. So, yes, it's going to be worth it because the prizes for this evening are two 100 ringgit vouchers from Christy Ng and two Malid. I've been told to pronounce it as Malid Universe Diverse hoodies worth 109 ringgit. There'll also be Grab food vouchers worth 50 ringgit, and that's not all. We'll also be giving away a Sony headphone worth 105 ringgit and a Sony wireless speaker worth 199 ringgit. So stay tuned and we'll announce the lucky winners throughout the live stream. And of course, it's participative, yeah, for you to be able to win. Ladies and gentlemen, Sun Life Malaysia is a leading life insurance and family takaful provider in the country. We are committed to creating brighter lives for all Malaysians with the aim of providing lifetime financial security and encouraging everyone to live healthier lives. So there I am trying to look as bright as possible. And through our Brighter Wellness program from June to November 2021, we are aspire to improve the well-being of Malaysians to live their lives healthier, financially, physically, and mentally. Because health is everything and it's not just about physical health. Again, thank you for taking the time to join us today. And yes, these are challenging and uncertain times for all of us. In my work, I hear a lot of this. And it's always good to stay positive and connected, which is what our Brighter Wellness program is all about. So in June, I'm sure you've joined us, we touched on physical wellness. We had two great fitness coaches who taught us how to stay physically fit at home by carrying out some simple chair and towel workouts. So these are your tools. So it was a fun and simple enough for us to do on our free. And in July, we had the mental wellness session conducted by Jojo Strice, where she showed many of us how to do simple yoga breathing techniques and also indulge us with a sound bath to help us calm down and relax. If you don't know what that is, do check that out. So today's session is about financial wellness, planning for times of uncertainty. And this forum is about safeguarding ourselves financially now and in the future. And we have two successful homegrown entrepreneurs joining us today. And besides the story behind how they start up their ventures, they will also share insights and tips on how to grow and sustain your business, especially during these challenging times. So, hence, no matter if you're just starting your business or have a long running one, stay with us to learn more. And of course, if you're lucky, you'll receive our attractive giveaway. So, now, why are we talking about the importance of planning in times of uncertainty? So, our topic for today is relevant to just about anyone who's in the business world right now, right? Questions about demand, supply, continuity, growth, right, are at the top of our heads all the time, right? So, none of us plan for all that's going on now to happen, but we certainly can take steps, mindful steps, right, towards safeguarding our present and future business income. And here to give us some valuable insights and knowledge about how to do this are two local entrepreneurs who have made a name for themselves. So let's listen to them. They're the experts and learn about sustaining and growing our businesses in the best way possible in the present economic climate. So, my two wonderful guests with me today are our actor Hasrul Azreen
Halo semua,
and
apa khabar
Christy
Frida? Sehat? How
Hi.
are you? Hi
Hi
Christy.
everyone. Hi
Nice to see
Harol.
you. Where are you
Hi.
guys?
Hi. Sehat.
Ah, coming on. Hi,
Hmm.
guys.
Hai.
Okay, very good to see you. Looking healthy, looking sehat, which is very, very important right now. Health is
Alhamdulillah.
wealth. Yes. So I'll get Christy, maybe just to introduce yourself first.
Okay, hi everyone. I'm Christy. So I'm the founder of this shoe company. You may or may not heard of it. It's called Christy Ng Shoes. So I started in my living room in 2012. It was initially a hobby, and I'm here today. And we are now an omni-channel shoe and bag company with retail stores around the country and with an e-commerce platform which ships to wherever you are around the world. Yeah.
Right. So when you say omni-channel, it means you're online, you're offline,
Yes.
right?
Yes,
And of course,
exactly.
yeah, right. And
Yeah.
of course, you started with your mother's living room, and I have to tell everybody I was there. I've been to the mother's
Oh,
living room 10
Yes.
years ago,
Yeah, I started in
right?
that little cramped living room, and Frida was one of my very early day customers. So I used to park on the street and run inside my house to buy shoes. That's how we started.
Okay, so the secrets are bocor rahsia already. Hairul, okay, Hairul,
hi.
tell me about you. Tell me about yourself. Ceritakan sendiri. Ya, sikit.
Okay, saya Hasrul Azreen. Saya pelakon filem Pascal dan saya duta kepada Sun Life Malaysia. So,
Mm,
ya, sebelum ni saya ada filem-filem yang bermain di panggung wayang seperti Wira, di
mm.
Netflix, Pasal Kau, All Because of You. Lepas tu, sekarang ni saya baru habis direct satu filem, tajuk dia Ada Hantu, dan
Ah,
ditayangkan di platform Disney Plus Malaysia. So,
ah,
ya mungkin ramai tahu saya background saya martial arts, saya stuntman dan saya banyak buat cerita action. Ha.
right. So I know you ada taekwondo juga.
Ya betul. Saya
Ada
main
masuk Olympics
taekwondo.
lah.
Olimpik tak? Saya sampai Sukma je. Sampai Sukan
Okay,
Malaysia lepas tu
Sukma.
kalah.
Okay, tak apa. Okay, dah represent. Malaysia represent. So martial artist, pelakon, entrepreneur juga, buat business juga.
Ya saya ada beberapa perniagaan yang saya buat bersama dengan wife saya. Saya ada
Ah,
pakaian, baju malit
mm,
dan juga
mm.
collagen. Saya ada buat bubble bee.
Wah.
So yang itu kalau boleh minum. So
Oh,
banyak juga yang saya buat di studio dan saya buat studio untuk sewa untuk syuting.
okay.
So ni filem saya Pascal. Mungkin ada yang tak pernah tengok guys. Pascal, lepas
Right,
tu saya ada shoot filem Wira. Lepas
right.
Wira, ini tahun
Okay.
lepas ya. 2 tahun lepas, sorry. 2
So,
tahun lepas.
ada hantu sekarang lah.
Ada hantu tengah tayang dekat, ya ni Disney Plus Hotstar.
Oh,
Uh,
tengah yang right lah for ada hantu.
ya,
So,
tengah
okay.
tayang.
So, like Christy, tell me a little bit about your background. You're not a KL girl, but you came out here and to do your business and all that, right?
Yep, that's right. Yeah, so I'm from a little town. I'm a small town girl from Kluang, Johor. So I came from really humble beginnings, and I started this business with nothing. I built it with blood, sweat, and tears from my living room to where it is today. Um, yeah, I love shoes. I mean, I'm living my dream. I'm doing something that I'm really passionate about. That's something that I wake up and look forward to doing every
Right,
single day of my life. So yeah, so this is my store in City City, my eighth
Wah,
store, which I opened during the
right.
pandemic. During the pandemic, yeah. So we have 8 stores in major malls in the country, and we will be opening our first international store in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. Not too
Wow.
wow.
hopefully, yeah, hopefully, soon because of the pandemic. So
Congratulations.
thank you. So we're not going to let the pandemic stop us. We still have to be positive and keep pushing forward. And keep improving ourselves. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right. And I know
Hmm,
like in the early part when we were talking, right? I
Yeah.
mean, when if the pandemic first hit, we were having conversations about, it was really a very challenging time. But we'll talk about that later, right? That whole
mhm.
mindset as well to
Ya,
do that. So,
Christine, ada
ah,
tak untuk lelaki? Tak ada eh?
belum.
Boleh ada. Sekarang dah
Oh,
kita punya bag dah nak jadi unisex. Sekarang lelaki pun
Wow.
boleh pakai, perempuan pun boleh pakai.
Okay, good. Good.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Harul, tell me a little bit about your various business. Kenapa the, all kinds of businesses that you do?
Sorry. Sorry, tak dengar tadi. Lag.
Oh, okay. So, inilah internet, hal internet. You have different types of business. You know, yang you acting, you ada studio, then you punya business pun semua yang lain. But why do you want to go into business?
Okay, kalau sebenarnya kenapa saya nak buat bisnes sebab dulu saya kerja macam-macam. Saya pernah cat jalan, saya pernah tarik kereta, saya pernah kerja dekat stesen minyak sebagai pump boy. So macam-macam kerja saya pernah buat dan saya selalu terfikir, boleh tak Hairul Azreen dibahagikan kepada 5 orang atau 10 orang. So kalau salary saya 1,000 sebulan, kalau saya ada 10 orang Hairul, saya berdapat 10,000 income. Tetapi tak boleh kan, kita satu je orang kan. So kalau macam tu, apa benda yang kita nak buat adalah kita kena fokus pada satu kerja dan masa mula-mula kita tak ada duit, so kita kena cari income. Bila kita ada duit, so kita, macam saya akan buat perniagaan. At least saya boleh fokus pada satu kerja. Dalam masa yang sama, bila kita buat bisnes, income mengalir masuk tanpa kita macam, at least macam
Okay.
side income.
Apa dia panggil diversify?
So maksudnya di situ adalah kalau kata kita tidak kita fokus pada satu benda je, kita tidak boleh dapat income yang at least macam kalau kata apa-apa jadi kita ada backup. So ada duit lebih. So itu yang kenapa nak buat bisnes. Dan bagi saya, kenapa saya buat bisnes? Bisnes ni pada mulanya saya nak buat bisnes atas kesusahan orang. Itu satu. Yang keduanya adalah pasal saya buat sebab benda produk tu bagus. So benda-benda macam tu yang saya dapat idea untuk melakukan perniagaan. Sebab kalau kata kita tidak ada, contoh macam, Hairul macam mana nak buat bisnes? Bagi saya, bila contoh macam dulu, saya first business saya adalah saya buat studio hospital. Sewa untuk syuting, kalau kata scene hospital akan pakai studio saya. Sebab masa dulu saya berlakon, saya banyak kawan dengan orang-orang biasa, orang-orang production manager apa semua. Diorang cakap, Hairul, kalau ada duit, better kau buka studio. So macam, benda ni adalah masalah orang. Membuatkan macam, ini bagus ke untuk buat perniagaan. Dan saya simpan duit, saya menang Fear Factor, saya buat tu. Ya.
Okay, itu your people punya problem jadi you punya opportunity.
Yes, peluang untuk kita melakukan perniagaan. Sebab kalau kata, kadang-kadang kita tak tahu, nak buat bisnes apa nak buat apa dan keduanya sebab kita suka. Macam saya buat bubble bee, saya buat macam pakaian baju Malik saya sebab saya suka benda yang saya nak pakai. Macam Christy Ng, dia jual barang dia suka benda tu. Daripada rumah dekat dalam bilik tiba-tiba jadi satu kedai. Saya tengok gambar tadi dan sekarang ni dia dah buka kedai dekat Vietnam. Satu pencapaian yang hebat. So tahniah Christy.
Thank you
So
so much.
benda tu bermula ya.
Okay, so bila Malik nak pergi Vietnam?
Itu sebab saya ada juga selain pada Malik, saya dengan wife ada pakai hijab kat ni. So itu ada satu impian juga, kami dah bermula dan mula market dekat luar slow insya-Allah dekat Indonesia pada permulaan, dan kami akan mana tahu jadi macam Christy yang hebat ni insya-Allah satu hari nanti.
Sebelumnya Hairul, do you have any business experience?
Saya tak ada, terus terang saya cakap, saya memang daripada orang kata seniman jalanan, saya daripada budak ghetto kan. So saya membesar dari segi macam pengalaman dan wife saya dia belajar bisnes apa semua. So dia yang banyak ajar, you kena buat macam ni, dan saya orang yang akan menguruskan. So kami ada satu tim yang bagus lah, sebab dia tahu kertas kerja, saya tahu nak bekerja. So benda tu bila bergabung dapat satu benda yang di luar jangkaan saya jugalah. Dan kalau kata kita tak ada knowledge tak boleh juga. Kalau kita bergantung kepada kita main nak try je pun tak boleh juga. So kita kena ada plan. Dan dari segi saya, bagi saya kalau kata apa-apa cerita pasal bisnes, benda yang lebih penting adalah marketing. Betul tak Christy?
Betul.
Right. So it's a powerful team together, right? And Christy, did you come from a business background?
No. Just like Hairul, I don't have any business experience. I didn't even go to design school. In fact, I studied biotechnology and life science. I was a scientist, and what I'm doing now has nothing to do with my education. So I believe that education is important, but if you have not studied it before, or if it doesn't mean that you can't do it. education is important, but it's not everything. Is not everything. You know, if you don't have education, it's fine. You can still make do. You know, with you just have to believe in yourself. You know, have passion, and have that determination to keep hustling and to make your dreams come true. So yeah, I don't have any experience. I've never opened any retail store before, so there are a lot of firsts a lot of firsts. It's a big first for me in a lot of things when running this business. Yeah.
Right.
So that
And I
means
know
you
you've also taken part.
learn from mistake kan, betul?
Yes. Yeah. Learn from mistakes.
Right.
Yeah.
But when you were young, you were selling flowers.
Oh yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So bila Christy 9 years old, Christy dekat LRT station Kelana Jaya. So whenever customers keluar daripada kereta api, I will be there. I bawa saya punya bakul dengan bunga pergi push sales dekat LRT station. So dari situlah Christy belajar jadi muka tebal, nampak customer pergi attack, pergi buat direct sales. So memang memang Christy ni jenis muka tebal lah. Tak takut kena rejection, tak takut kena tolak dekat dengan customer. Dari situ saya belajar bertabah dan ada kulit yang tebal, muka tebal.
Okay. Nak buat business mesti muka tebal lah. You gotta have a skin.
Betul.
Tak boleh kecil hati lah kalau nak buat business. Kena bertabah.
Your experience sebagai duta. Yeah. Tell me a little bit about your experience, Hasrul. Tell me a little bit about your experience, Hasrul, sebagai duta Sun Life Malaysia.
Okay, saya selalu kawan-kawan saya ada yang tidak tahu pasal insurans dan tidak tahu pasal knowledge pasal insurans, dan bagi orang knowledge pasal insurans je tak nak, takut. So selama saya menjadi duta, saya dapat satu knowledge juga untuk saya, sebab saya dulu selalu fikir sebab saya sukan, saya buat action, saya buat cerita-cerita lasak semua, dan saya ada family. So saya selalu fikir kehidupan saya kena ada plan B, kena ada backup, which is insurans, takaful, semua benda yang berkaitan dengan benda itu. Dan untuk pengalaman saya sebagai menjadi duta Sun Life Malaysia, saya puas hati sebab saya dapat kenalkan dengan orang semua, apa kepentingannya kalau kita perlukan insurans takaful, insurans kehidupan. So benda-benda macam tu yang saya dapat kongsikan dengan orang, sebab mungkin saya ada followers, mungkin ada yang tak tahu, mungkin bagi diorang tak payahlah benda ni semua. Dan bila menjadi duta, saya menjadi satu benda, pada mulanya saya pun takut macam mana nak cakap. So kenapa saya ambil peluang menjadi duta, disebabkan saya rasa saya kena kongsi apa yang orang tak tahu. Sebab saya ada followers dan saya nak followers saya tahu, dan diorang kena buat plan B. Contoh macam COVID zaman sekarang ni, kita tak tahu tiba-tiba benda tu datang. Contoh macam kalau kita biasa dengar orang cakap pasal kemalangan apa semua. Oh, saya tak nak dengar lah sebab saya takkanlah accident sebab saya duduk rumah je. Tak boleh guys. So benda macam tu kita kena ready kan, sebab kita tak tahu. Macam hari ni, kita tak tahu yang kita dah duduk rumah ni dekat setahun sebab kena lockdown. Kita tak pernah fikir pun, sebab saya seorang yang takkan duduk rumah. Tetapi bila benda ni jadi, bila COVID ni jadi, saya pun tak sangka saya duduk rumah lama. So bayangkanlah apa benda yang kita tak tahu di masa akan datang bila kecelakaan berlaku apa semua. Dan macam tadi soalan yang cakap apa perasaan saya sebagai duta, saya rasa saya bersyukur sebab saya dalam masa sama saya dapat knowledge yang saya tak tahu selama ni. Oh, yang ni macam ni, sampai sekarang ni saya buat bukan sekadar macam medical, bukan sekadar macam untuk ni. Dan sekarang ni saya fokus pada anak-anak saya untuk masa depan diorang, education diorang. Lepas tu pula saya fokus dari segi macam kalau saya tak ada macam mana. So benda-benda semua saya banyak belajar daripada Sun Life Malaysia. So thank you so much Sun Life Malaysia, dan saya rasa saya bertuah sangat.
And so kita punya discussion malam ini is not just about your life, right? About legacy planning kan. You punya business pun kena jalan walaupun ada apa hal lah, whether you are sakit ke apa. So this is very important in our discussion today, right?
Okay.
And so this is the part where I have to ask you all and let me know. Please get me to repeat kalau ada hal internet. But Christy, can you share again some of the milestones so far? I mean, because this is trying times, and yet you are able to you're able to have new stores. yeah, you're able to have new stores, you're able to open in Vietnam, but some of the milestones and maybe headaches as well.
Yeah, I think you planning is very important. So I believe in three key pillars in running a business. You need to plan, you need to build, and then you need to protect. You need to think of these three key pillars when you run a business. So beginning, when I started, I wasn't much of a planner, but not planning is like planning to fail. So along the way, as I made a lot of mistakes, I learned how to plan better, and I slowly improved from there. So I think a few major milestones is opening our first store in One Utama shopping mall in Malaysia in 2016. That was our first milestone in our business. Okay. Before that, I have no money. I only had 10,000 ringgit in my bank account. So I wasn't born rich. A lot of people say, "Hey, you anak datuk lah, you ni." Tapi bukan. Okay, Christy tak ada duit. Okay, so I started with zero. So I had no money, and I had to be resourceful. So where to get money when you have no money? So I went and joined all sorts of competitions. So I think, Frida, right? I won the Alliance Bank Bismarck Challenge in 2013. So I won 250,000 seed capital from there. So along the way, when I have no capital, because I was a very small business, so what I do was I went to a lot of government agencies and pitch for money, apply for grants, to get that capital to get my business off the ground. So that was really how I started. A lot of knocking on doors, asking people to give me a chance, to get that grant to buy some machinery, or get that grant to build my new website. So that was how I got from ground zero to my first store. So we opened our first retail store at One Utama in 2016. So that was our first brick and mortar. And now we have 8 stores. Yeah, we have 8 stores. So it's a lot of hard work, a lot of being consistent is very important along the way. Success doesn't happen overnight. You got to put in the hours, you got to put in the sweat. You have to be passionate about it, and and then that's how you plan, and then you build. And after getting to a certain size, you need to start thinking about how you protect your business. So for me, my employees are my biggest asset of my business. So they are my most important asset. So what do you do to protect your most important asset? So we have things like key man insurance. We have health insurance for our employees. Things like that to protect our business. And also, it's very, very important to plan in an event of touch wood. Okay, let's say I admit hospital. I'm not around. Who's going to pay all the medical bills? That's one thing. But touch wood. If let's say anything happened to me, like death or disability, how is my legacy planning going to? Legacy planning is so important. I can't just there must be a succession plan. Things must be properly protected. One thing I learned in my entrepreneurial journey is, insurance is something that you must have. This kind of money you can't save, and a lot of entrepreneurs need to know that all these are tax deductible. Like your key man insurance to insure your most important people in the company, like my art director, or myself, or my head of finance. All these are tax deductible by LHDN. So things like that is you need to use it to your advantage to protect your business. So plan, build, and protect.
Right. Okay. So plan,
Build, protect.
Build and
build,
protect.
and protect. So anyway, so if anybody's got your advice on, watching this live, just to make sure, because I think we're getting an echo, but it's okay. We'll continue. Hyrule, so, apart from being an actor, you have several business, right? And I know why not. So when you talk about your milestones, right, in your acting career and your business, what are you happy? Are you proud of yang pencapaian anda lah dalam sebagai seorang pelakon dan dalam bisnes?
Okey, pencapaian saya dulu bercita-cita untuk menjadi seorang pelakon aksi di Malaysia, dan saya berusaha keras sebab dulu pada mulanya saya masuk dalam bidang sebagai stuntman. Badan saya terlalu kurus keding, so saya sangat kurus. So orang selalu cakap, you tak boleh jadi
hero action. You tak boleh lakukan action. Okay. Saya besarkan badan saya. Lepas saya besarkan badan saya, orang cakap, oh you still tak boleh. Sebab muka you terlalu baby face. Okay, tak apa. So, saya still tanamkan perasaan saya kalau kita kena berusaha sehabis baik macam Christy cakap. Dia tak ada duit. Dia bukan anak datuk tetapi dia cuba macam-macam cara. Dia pergi minta grant, pergi ketuk pintu sana sini untuk menjayakan impian dia. Macam tu juga saya. Cuma berbezanya saya di bidang yang orang kenal sebagai pelakon. Dan pencapaian saya apabila saya dapat buat filem Pascal, filem action Malaysia yang hari ni kutipan paling tertinggi 30 juta ringgit Malaysia. So itu satu pencapaian yang saya cakap saya boleh buat. Jangan tak percaya. Okay. Lepas pada tu saya buat filem Wira kami nak cuba sebab filem pasal military tactical dan saya nak tukar pasal action fighting sebab saya ada basic martial art. Saya buat filem Wira saya dapat kutipan almost 8 juta ringgit Malaysia, which is macam saya rasa macam kalau Pascal jadi mungkin nasib. Tetapi bila saya buat second filem masih lagi alhamdulillah sambutan yang hebat dan orang suka dengan apa yang saya dan juga tim buat. Saya rasa macam orang dah boleh terima muka baby face ni dah betul.
Okay, Hairul, sebelum you continue kena remove headpiece sebab you punya sound tak berapa clear.
Sorry, dia jatuh-jatuh. So I dah sebab telinga I kecil. Okay, sorry guys. Okay. Kemudian
badan besar, telinga kecil.
Oh, telinga kecil. So, lepas pada tu saya buat lagi projek All Because of You. So filem tu adalah filem original Netflix pertama Malaysia. Ada satu pernah ada original Netflix tapi tu series Ghost Bride if I not mistaken. So yang ini filem. So saya dapat lagi pencapaian yang baru dan hari ni filem saya Disney Plus Hotstar Malaysia. Antara 3 filem yang pertama masuk dan saya pula mengarah. So itu pencapaian dalam perfilman. Dalam bisnes pula saya bermula dari segi macam saya buat studio macam saya cakap tadi dan macam Bisnes cakap tak ada duit. Sama juga saya tak ada duit tapi masa tu saya kebetulan saya tak pergi cari grant tetapi saya menang Fear Factor sebagai juara. Ya, saya menang, saya dapat 110,000 ya total. So duit tu saya simpan untuk buat bisnes. Tetapi bisnes apa saya tak tahu tapi saya terfikir masa dulu yang saya dapat buat studio. Kalau buat studio ni best. Itulah first bisnes saya dengan wife saya. Tapi wife saya tak ada masuk invest duit ke apa tak. Dia cuma ajarkan macam mana nak manage. Itu je pada mulanya. Dan keduanya kami buat bisnes Tojo Evan, collagen shot. So collagen tu yang berjaya dan kemudian kita buat hijab. Hijab pun saya juga yang cari. Saya macam kalau you cuba you buat brand you sendiri sebagai tudung, sebagai hijab sebab you ada nama. So apa kata you cuba buat sesuatu produk dan produk tu pun menjadi dan itu semua adalah satu pencapaian yang saya sendiri tak fikir orang yang macam saya yang macam kita tak tahu boleh ke buat bisnes, boleh ke buat benda ni sebab kita nak berjaya dalam kehidupan. Kita cuba macam-macam benda. Apa benda orang cakap tetapi kalau korang kena tahu orang akan cakap macam-macam untuk menjatuhkan you. Tetapi kalau you fikir contoh macam saya zaman sekolah dulu ni contoh saya cakap saya nak jadi artis, muka saya macam Brad Pitt. Semua orang gelak. Itu bermakna
you lebih kacak daripada Brad Pitt lah.
Yes.
Taklah. So moral story itu bermakna impian you bagus sebab orang takkan fikir je boleh dapat. Contoh macam Christy cakap, satu hari nanti kedai aku akan ada dekat Wan Utama. You gila ke? You duit pun tak ada. Tapi hari ni dia punya kedai dekat Vietnam guys. So itu bermula kepada apa impian you. Apa yang you nak. You letak goal. Bila you letak goal, you target. You usaha. Yang lain tu orang nak cakap apa, cakap lah. Tapi kita tahu. Macam saya cakap tadi, baby face. You muka you badan kedeng kurus. You tak layak lah. So itu adalah satu benda macam halangan yang kita nak tempuh, dan pencapaian pada hari ni saya sangat macam bersyukur, dan saya pun tak sangka saya jadi dapat duta Sun Life, lepas tu saya dapat film action, dan sekarang saya dah jadi director, dan insya-Allah satu hari nanti mungkin saya akan bekerja di luar negara bersama production luar, sebab sekarang ni saya dah ada perbualan dengan saya punya manager mengatakan mungkin saya akan bekerja dengan luar. Saya tak tahu lagi, mungkin doa
Coming
kan.
coming soon.
Hopefully lah. So kita tak tahu, just plan. Macam Christine cakap, dia punya plan, dia sekadar buat macam jual, macam mana nak jual, macam nak berniaga. Dia tak malu, muka tembok dia cakap. Dia jual dekat LRT. Abang bunga nak bang? Abang belilah bang. Sebab Christine comel, Christine cute. Lah adik, berapa ni adik? Abang ambil lah adik. Ini sebab adik So orang beli sebab dia berani. Kan? Sama juga macam kita. Kalau kata kita tak usaha, kita tak berani, kita akan cakap je, kita buat benda ni tak. Bezanya you bercakap dengan you buat. Mana lagi bagus? Lebih baik you buat. Kalau I cakap, I nak buka kedai dekat New York. Sekarang I tengah buat apa? I tengah main game. I tak nak fikir pun. Jadilah. Mana boleh? Tak boleh. Macam Christine dia buat satu benda yang gila. Dia pergi kerajaan, apa dagi dana yang ada, apa grant yang ada, apa yang boleh dia buat. Asalkan aku boleh berjaya. Dan hari ni dia berjaya. Nampak ada tak? Ada orang yang berusaha dapat kejayaan. Ni contoh dia. Guys, nampak ni. Ni. Christine ni. Dia berjaya.
Okay.
So,
I've got a couple of more questions, but just to remind the viewers, you can start asking your questions on financials, and you can ask your question to Hasrul or Christy. And of course, we've got exciting vouchers from Christy Ng and also Malid, the hoodies, but we'll do that. I just have another question, and I got the questions actually. But how did the pandemic affect your business, your trade, your business sebagai pelakon, dan also your business? Christy, I get your thoughts first.
I think the pandemic has badly affected the retail sector. All my shops have to close, and we've been closed for pretty long periods of time with fixed costs like rental and salaries to pay. So in any crisis, there's always opportunity. So I think the pandemic has taught us how to think on our feet. You have to think on your feet and really act very, very fast. So I think pivoting is something that you must be able to do. You need to be nimble. You need to make changes really, really quickly. And I think the first thing that came to my mind when the pandemic hit was how can we drive all our offline sales to online? That was the first question we asked ourselves. So we worked really, really hard and aggressively to get all those offline customers to return to our website and make their purchases online. Yeah.
Okay, so you took them back offline back to online.
Yes.
What about you, Hasrul? Macam mana pandemic dengan you punya business?
Okay, zaman lockdown apa semua ni kan, sebagai seorang pelakon, producer dan juga investor, saya sangat terkesan sebab kita orang tak boleh nak shooting, kita orang tak boleh nak keluar, sebab kalau nak shooting kita perlukan ramai kru, kita perlukan nak kena jaga SOP, kena jaga itu dan ini. So untuk industri perfilman Malaysia sangat terganggu, dan ada kawan saya macam anak dia tak ada duit nak beli pampers, tak ada duit nak beli susu. So sebab diorang kru, kerja diorang bukan macam kerja yang confirm bulan-bulan ada gaji. Diorang punya gaji per job. So kalau tak ada job, tak ada duit. So kru, artis semua terkesan. Dan macam perniagaan pula, perniagaan alhamdulillah sebab saya masih lagi maintain online, macam Christine cakap. Sebab kalau kata kita buka kedai, memang tak ada siapa boleh keluar, tak siapa boleh tengok, dan benda tu efek pula, dan kita ada overhead yang saya perlu jaga adalah saya punya kedai rental, lepas tu saya punya staff nak kena bayar gaji bulan-bulan. So duit tak masuk, tetapi kita kena maintainkan benda tu. Itu adalah satu benda yang bukan mudah untuk kita nak maintain, nak kena sustain. So pandemik ni banyak juga mengajar kami macam mana nak betul-betul plan kalau benda ni jadi lagi macam mana. So
Right.
moral of story saya nak cakap kalau kata kita just macam ambil sambil lewa je apa yang kita buat, kita tak ada backup plan, kita tak ada mungkin side income kiri atau kanan, dia agak macam terganggu juga. Sebab ada kawan saya juga pilot, sekarang ni buat rider hantar makan. So kenapa? Sebab saya kena buang kerja. Kena buang kerja. Kawan saya stewardess semua kena buang kerja. Member saya yang ada yang pangkat besar pun dia ada travel agency tutup. Dia ni seorang yang sangat-sangat berjaya lah. Memang kalau kereta dia memang kereta cantik lah. Tapi dia pun sekarang ni last saya jumpa sebelum lockdown lah tu, dia buat Grab. Orang pergi sana sendiri. Saya tak boleh buat apa bang. Travel saya kena tutup. Orang tak boleh nak travel. Kita tak boleh keluar border. Dan saya kena duduk sini je. Pandemik ni sangat-sangat terkesan kepada semua lapisan masyarakat.
Yes,
Yeah.
semua lapisan. Okay, we're going to go into the question and answer, and we will continue our discussion on business continuity and legacy planning after this. So the first voucher will be Christy Ng's 100 ringgit voucher. Do we have a first question, please? And who is it from? From Victor Cheong. Great. Christy, what are the top 3 success tips for new business?
Okay, you need top 3 for new businesses. Okay, you need to plan. You know, you need to plan. Not planning is like failing. You need to take care of your cash flow. Don't overspend. Don't spend more than what you can afford. Make sure that your fixed cost is lower than your sales, than your earnings. So your expenses and your income has to make sense mathematically. And I would say the other tip would be, you got to be very, very resourceful. When you just start, you may not know a lot of things. You may not have a lot of capital. So you need to be very, very resourceful. So I think that's my 3 tips: cash flow, being resourceful, and being a good planner.
Okay, great point. Okay, and of course, cash flow is still another. I think that's where people struggle. So another question here, also for Christy, and this person will also. So Victor, congratulations, you got a 100 ringgit voucher. Courtesy of Christy Ng. And who is the next question from? Okay, Sarin Try. So I really want to do business, but not getting enough support really breaks me down. Kindly guide me so I can balance it. Go to Kelana Jaya, sell flowers. Christy.
Okay, I can feel your pain. When I started, right, no one believed in me. Even my own relatives also thought that I would fail. So it's very, very normal. You're not alone to be, feeling this way, to get rejected, and sometimes even your own family members don't even believe in you. So it's very, very normal. So my advice would be, ignore all the noise around you. Just follow your heart. Follow that inner voice in you that tells you what you want to do, what you're passionate about. Do what you believe in, because it's your life. It's not their life. So you got to do what you love. And there will always be people talking down at you. There will always be people saying you're not good, you're not good enough, you will fail. It's all part of the package. Okay, just just take it easy. Just actually learn how to ignore, and just stay focused. So yeah, just stay focused and believe in yourself. Self-belief is very important. How to balance it?
Okay, thanks for that.
You must have forget easily how to balance it.
Congratulations, Sharin Try. So I hope this, cheers you up. You got a 100 ringgit voucher from Christy Ng. So buy some shoes. They always make me happy. Okay, the next question is for Hasrul. You get a Mali diverse hoodie, and I found out why it's called Mali.
Follow my lead.
Because it says follow a lead. That's what Hasrul was teaching me. What is the question? Okay, this one, Hasrul or Christy pun boleh. Kaushila Shelia, how do I determine whether I'm capable of starting a business? Hasrul boleh tolong jawab?
Saya suka dengan Christine punya sebagai seorang businesswoman yang hebat. Saya suka dia punya jawapan sebab saya bila tengok dia menjawab, saya macam, uish, bagusnya Christy ni. So, saya suka melihat, tengok dia. Saya rasa Christy jawab dulu.
Okay. How do you determine
Because
whether
yeah,
I'm
serious.
capable?
I suka tengok jawapan you macam apa yang you dah jadi.
Okay.
Sebab you ada pengalaman benda macam tu kan. So, benda tu best bila saya. I pun suka dengar tengok you cakap.
Okay. How do you determine whether you're capable? Well, there's no. I would say there's no way of. There's no hard and fast way to determine. But first of all, you need to be able to take pressure. You need to be able to take stress. Things may get really, really ugly at some point of time. Things may turn into a big disaster. I think why I've managed to survive until today is not because I'm smart. It's not because I have a great idea or I'm better than other people. I don't think it's because of that. I think there are many other more talented people out there. But like what Hasrul said, I don't talk, I do. After I think of it, I do. Even though I fail, never mind, I try and I try and I try. And success is like a number game. The more times you try, at least one time you kena, you will kena one time when you do non-stop, you try like crazy, like just keep doing one. I don't believe that you won't even get one right. So I think to stay alive in business, you got to be a very, very strong person, keep on trying, and you must be able to take pressure. So the bigger your business is, the more staff you have, the more shops you have, the stress level is going to go higher and higher and higher. So you need to be capable of handling all this pressure. So you need to tell yourself every day that you need to handle, you take things one at a time, and you need to have that very strong mental ability to tahan lasak. I would say just do it. There's no way, just do it.
Right.
Betul.
Tahan lasak and then belum cuba belum tahu. Right? If you haven't tried it, right? And of course, but Christy is a chili padi lah anyway. All right, thank you. Kashila, you got yourself a lovely
Miley diverse pudding
from Mali with 109 ringgit. And so we're going to have one last question for now. There are going to be more questions later. What is our next question? Okay, this is from Jack Tan. Hasrul, during the pandemic, many productions not allowed. How did you juggle your cash flow dengan business? Okay,
macam saya cakap tadi lah, pandemik ni banyak benda yang kita tak boleh buka. Even kedai kena tutup, shopping complex tutup. So, benda tu memang mengganggu, dan apa benda kita nak buat adalah macam, bagi saya, kita kena plan yang sebetulnya. Sebab kalau kata kita menggunakan wang yang tidak tahu, kita tak tahu ke mana ke arah duit kita, tu pun bahaya juga. Sebab bagi saya, setiap benda adalah kita kena plan. Kalau kita tidak plan, dia akan jadi huru-hara, dan kita tak tahu apa jadi pada duit kita tak tahu apa jadi pada bisnes kita. Dan saya rasa kalau macam saya lebih suka macam kita zaman sekarang ni, zaman pandemik ni, bagi saya saya tak suka nak spend. Saya lebih suka nak sustain. Macam mana nak sustain dengan keadaan sekarang? Saya nak kena bayar overhead, saya nak kena bayar staff, saya nak kena bayar semua benda yang sepatut saya bayar. So, kalau saya expand lagi, saya takut ia akan kita tak tahu sama ada orang akan beli atau tidak. Macam mana kita nak maintain benda tu. Kalau kata kita tak boleh maintain, kita tak boleh bayar staff, dan benda tu akan menjadi satu masalah. Dan kita tak boleh nak teruskan company kita. Macam Christy cakap tadi, benda paling penting adalah dia utamakan dia punya pekerja-pekerja. Sebab tanpa diorang, tanpalah bisnes kita. Dan kita pun tak boleh nak bergerak. So, kalau kata sekarang ni kita still buat produk banyak, kita still macam kita lagi macam nak keluarkan, dan kita tak tahu sama ada pandemik ni bila berakhirnya. So, itu yang bahaya bagi saya. Dan saya rasa Jan, so lebih baik jaga diri, lebih baik fikir apa yang kita nak buat. Pada pendapat saya.
All right. Okay. And thank you again. So Jack, you've got yourself a 109 ringgit Malik unisex hoodie. Congratulations to all our winners. And of course, what is important here is that you got to PM us after the show for verification, right? And of course, now we're going to go to a very interesting topic, which is about legacy planning, because this is really, really crucial, right? And when people think about legacy planning, they will automatically think of wills and trusts, but it's more than that, and it's a crucial part of financial wellness. So if you are running a business, how do you ensure continuity? Should something happen to the business owner, like an injury or an illness, right? How do you ensure your business keeps running to benefit yourself, your employees, and also your dependents? Like I know Hasrul has kids, right? So Christy, having been in business for over 10 years, right? Share some stories and lessons learned because of financial and legacy planning, where you plan and where you didn't plan.
Okay, all right. So when I started, don't have money. So when you got no money, you stinge on everything. So thankfully, thankfully I made some smart choices. I bought insurance to cover different aspects of my business. Okay, I have like insurance for cash in transit. I have insurance for in case my ceiling leaks and the water rushes in and damages all my stocks in my warehouse. Because we have millions of stocks in the warehouse. So if something happens, like the place catches on fire or the bumbung pecah ke, then hujan lebat ban, it happens. It actually floods sometimes in my area. So when the stocks get damaged, are the stocks being insured? So that's something that I bought, which is, thankfully, I've not had any accidents like that before. Okay, what made me buy? Because my friend's restaurant flooded, and all the stuff inside, all the tables, the expensive machines, all damaged, and he didn't buy insurance. So when I hear his horror story, how much money he lost, straight away buy insurance. So it's things like that. Yeah. So I'm very lucky I didn't have any accidents like that. But I know of many friends who had all these unfortunate things happen to them, and because they did not insure themselves, they end up losing more money. These are the kind of money that you can't save. Because how much you pay for your premium is actually tax deductible. So it's actually good for the business. You're protecting, and also you're reducing your tax buying insurance. So that's one thing I do. I insure for theft, burglary, and I insure. Okay, so I do retail, and I have a couple of stores, and some of the stores are very far from me. So I also had an incident where it was towards Hari Raya, and we had a lot of cash collection, and the employee the cashier took the money and disappeared. So thankfully we got insurance to cover a lot of money in the cashier. I think we lost. To me, it was a lot. It was about 20,000 cash just missing. Yeah. So thankfully we were insured for cash in transit. So things like that you cannot predict. So you need to plan in case all these unfortunate things happen. So these are the two kinds of insurances that I have. I also have product liability. In case someone wears my shoe and falls down and breaks their I don't know. So I have a product liability insurance, which is very, very important to protect our business in case of any claims, damages when people use our items. And I have public liability insurance as well. So these are some of the insurance I have. But the most important insurance is the key man insurance. So I have key man insurance for myself. So why is it so important? Because let's say if I get hospitalized indefinitely, the business will be really, really badly impacted because I'm the key person, and there'll be loss of income. So having a key man insurance in place will help cushion the business during the time where in the event that I'm not around, or my head of design is not around, or my GM is not around. So all these people are key people in the company which drive revenue to the business. Without them around, the business will goyang be in trouble. So that's why you need to have key man insurance to as a plan B in case something happened to all these important people in the company.
Right.
And like I said again, a lot of business owners must remember this. It is tax deductible. So a lot of people say, "Wow, I pay insurance. I cannot see the money. I'm paying premium." But look, guys, you're paying to protect yourself. Like I said, plan, build, and protect. You build a big business, but you don't protect your key people. That's not being smart. Yeah.
Right. So people plan and then they build and then they forget to protect. Right?
Yes.
And it's so crucial.
Yes.
So tax deductible, guys. And
Yes,
I know
yes.
maybe if we have time, we'll talk about that time when you had dengue. But if we don't, if we have time,
Yeah.
So Hasrul, you're an action star, right? And then sometimes you are prone to physical injuries, like now your action star, whatever. I'm sure it's happened to you, right? You ada pernah fikir like additional worries because bukan hanya seorang pelakon, tapi you also might get injured. You might also you have other worries because you bukan hanya pelakon, tapi you bukan hanya pelakon, tapi you juga action star, right? So if you get injured, right, have you ever thought how your business will be handled kalau you are absent or no longer around? Have you thought about that, Hasrul?
Okay, macam saya selalu buat benda yang membahaya dari segi macam saya punya pekerjaan sebab saya banyak buat cerita action. Yang macam Christy cakap tadi tu, dia tersedar apabila kawan dia kehilangan yang macam kerugian yang gila lah kalau tak buat insurans macam ni, masak weh. Dan dia cepat-cepat buat. So ini adalah satu pengajaran yang bagus untuk korang semua fikirkan, ingatkan pada diri. Kita macam bisa cakap tadi, aku tak nak lah aku letak duit, aku tak tahu duit aku ke mana. Contohnya, kita tahu pemain bola dunia, diorang insurankan buku lali, insurankan lutut, insurankan kaki. Dia insurankan benda yang dia paling penting dalam kehidupan dia sebab dia adalah dia bermain bola sepak. Macam Christy dia cakap, okay, I kena insurankan benda-benda yang penting ni adalah memang sangat penting. Bayangkan Messi dia tak insurankan kaki dia injured. Dia kena buat kos perubatan mungkin yang dia tak boleh bayar. Walaupun kita tahu dia punya gaji tinggi, tetapi bila dah macam tu, dia tak boleh nak teruskan. Dia tak dapat satu tempat yang baik untuk pulihkan balik kaki dia dan dia tak boleh teruskan sebagai pemain bola yang berjaya. Itu adalah benda yang merugikan kita sebab kita dah berusaha daripada mulanya, kita build kita punya company, kita naikkan kita punya taraf hidup, kita usaha untuk sesuatu benda supaya kita berjaya. Tetapi kita punya pemikiran, tak payahlah nak insurankan benda ni. Buat apalah, tak nampak duit aku hilang ni. Rata insurans company ambil duit. Tak, guys, tak. So benda tu adalah kena plan, kena buat pada sekarang. Kalau kata korang tak pernah dengar cerita pasal Christy macam ni, korang mesti macam tak payahlah, malas lah. Itu dari segi macam keuangan, dari segi macam bisnes. Macam saya nak cerita pasal contoh kalau kata macam saya selalu cerita kat semua orang dan saya selalu Sun Life selalu dengar saya akan cerita pasal mak saya satu ketika dulu dia tak ada insurans. Dia kena masuk hospital, dia kena operate something dan masa tu kos lebih kurang RM16,000 ke 24 saya lupa. Tetapi ya kita alhamdulillah saya ada kerja, saya ada bisnes, saya boleh bayar. Tetapi masa kita bayar tu pun kita ada satu perasaan yang macam banyak juga nak kena bayar. Dengan berbanding saya operation, saya punya ACL lutut saya cuma cakap okay, saya masuk hospital, saya punya ni lutut saya sakit, saya doktor kata kena operate. Okay, tak apa Encik Hasrul, kita settlekan. Thank you Sun Life. So benda tu settle. Saya tak payah keluar apa-apa pun. Yang saya tahu saya kena bayar bulan-bulan berapa yang saya plankan tu. Tinggi mana ke, rendah mana ke, itu bergantung kepada kemampuan kita. Tetapi kalau kata kita tak ada plan benda tu, bahaya. Macam saya cakap, contoh yang simple yang dah ada dekat Christy tadi, contoh dekat Messi dan satu lagi macam kalau kata saya selalu terfikir, kalau saya tak ada, kalau lah wife saya tak ada, sebab company tu kami yang jalankan. Macam mana dengan kami punya staff, kami punya pekerja. Dan benda tu adakah bila kami tak ada, office akan tutup. So benda ni yang korang kena plan, korang kena buat dah pewaris, penyambung semua. Sebab kita macam dulu masa saya umur baru buka company, saya fikir macam tak payahlah pewaris, nanti diorang ni ambil duit aku ni. Tak payahlah. Kan betul, kita ada pemikiran yang itu. Dan kita jangan buat pemikiran yang itu. Kita kena fikir masa depan. what if, macam mana kalau kita tak ada, macam mana kalau benda tu terjadi, macam mana COVID ni jadi. Korang boleh tak fikir semua benda tu untuk keselamatan kita, perniagaan, kesihatan, diri, family. Saya dah ada anak, 2 orang anak. Kalau saya dengan ni Alhamdulillah Zalik, kita tak tahu umur saya panjang atau tidak, saya tak ada, wife saya tak ada. Anak-anak saya plan education diorang. Siapa nak plan kan kalau kata kita tak plan? Oh, kita ada gaji sekarang ni, kita rasa selesa, kita ada gaji 2,000 sebulan, kita tak payah fikir. So anak apa-apa jadi, kita tak pernah fikir pun. Oh, sebenarnya saya ada simpankan duit insurans nyawa ni dekat anak saya. ASB ni untuk anak ni, tabung haji kepada yang ini, kepada ini. Selama ni kita tak pernah fikir. Kita fikir untuk diri kita je. Tapi kita jangan lupa kita ada anak, kita ada company, kita ada staff, kita ada perniagaan. So benda tu kadang-kadang kita terlupa. Jadi korang kalau boleh fikirkanlah masa depan. Fikirkanlah kalau benda tu jadi. Kalau benda tu jadi, apa yang kita patut buat? Kalau kata kita rasa macam lantaklah, matilah, mati tu pasti kan. Tapi tapi kita tak buat apa-apa. Tiba-tiba macam kita punya perniagaan macam kawan Christy tadi, tiba-tiba dia dah dia punya barang-barang semua musnah, tak ada insurans. Dia nak cari balik duit, nak mula balik macam nak kena jual bunga dekat jalan dekat LRT. Dia dah lain. So kalau kata dia tak mulakan benda tu, dia jagalah diri, jagalah kewangan, jagalah bisnes anda, yang penting orang sekeliling kita. Sebab kalau kata kita tak jaga dorang, kita tak jaga anak kita, masa depan dorang, siapa lagi kalau bukan kita? Siapa lagi kalau kata kita tak ambil insurans untuk diri kita, medical insurance, kata dah jadi macam mana pernah jadi dekat saya. Macam mana? Kalau selamatlah saya ada perniagaan, saya boleh bayar. Kalau saya tak ada apa-apa, saya macam dulu saya kerja pam minyak, gaji RM600 sebulan. Siapa nak bayar? RM16,000, RM24,000. Saya nak buat loan. Belum tentu pergi loan lepas sebab saya punya gaji. Tapi apa salahnya saya bayar saya punya medical, saya bayar saya punya company insurans, tempat saya punya insurans supaya apa-apa jadi saya ada backup yang bagus.
Right. Okay. I just want to ask a few more questions before we get to the contest again, right? So, Christy, what do you think you've got everything in place to protect your business, and what have you put in place to better protect your business? You think you've covered everything already, Christy?
I would like to think so. I've covered everything. Like I said, I have product liability. I've got public liability. Key man insurance, medical, staff medical, medical and emergency health and medical insurances for the employees, and also the most important thing, the key man insurance for legacy planning.
Right. Okay. And Hasrul, last question. How does financial planning help with cash flow dengan you punya business? How does financial planning help with you punya cash flow? Okay. How does financial planning help with your cash flow? Dengar. Okay. How does financial planning help with your cash flow?
Sorry.
Okay.
Mendengar tak?
You did.
Mendengar tak?
Ada dengar?
Dengar. Okay, dengar.
Macam mana dia boleh tolong dengan cash flow? Kalau dia ada financial planning, macam mana dia boleh tolong dengan you punya cash flow?
Okay, kadang-kadang macam saya punya macam saya sebenarnya tak berapa nak faham sangat soalan ni sebab putus-putus. So
okay, so kalau ada financial planning, macam mana dia ini boleh tolong you punya cash flow dengan you punya business kalau ada financial planning?
Pendapat saya contoh macam apa benda yang saya buat bila sesuatu benda yang terjadi pada kita boleh minta macam kadang-kadang kita boleh keluarkan duit yang mana kita dah letak dalam kita punya insurans, dan tiba-tiba apa-apa jadi kita perlukan backup, kita perlukan duit dan kita boleh keluarkan duit tu. Mungkin kita terlupa, mungkin kita tak tahu. So benda tu adalah salah satu benda yang kita rasa macam okay guys, aku kena keluarkan duit ni. So benda-benda macam ni yang kita kena prepare dan kita ada backup, dan bila jadinya keadaan ini dan kita rasa selamat sebab adanya plan yang itu. Sorry tadi saya punya line macam
Tak apa,
Ha.
mungkin I punya line lah. Tak apa, sorry,
Oh.
I yang sorry lah. So anyway, thank you. And I
Okay,
think it's
sorry.
also peace of mind, right? I think kita lega sikit kalau kita ada planning, right?
Betul,
So
betul.
thank you, Christy and Hyrule, for your candid feedback. So legacy planning is indeed an important consideration when it comes
Indeed. Huh?
to business continuity for yourself, your employees, and your family, right? So I really learned a lot today about He-Man and all that. So let's move on to our next exciting segment where we have 3 Grab food vouchers worth 50 ringgit each as part of our Facebook Ask and Win giveaway. So for those who have posted questions on Sun Life Malaysia Facebook page, please do pay attention. If your question is selected, you get the 50 ringgit Grab voucher. So let's see who are the lucky 3. Let's see the first question. Okay. This is a question from Tiffany Fu. How do we protect small businesses or start up a business during the coronavirus pandemic? Who would like that? I think Hyrule, boleh tolong?
Protect bisnes yang kecil
Mm-mm.
Sekarang ni macam saya cakap tadi, dalam perniagaan tak kira besar ataupun kecil, kalau boleh kita jangan expand. Kalau boleh kita kena jaga kita punya barang ataupun apa benda yang kita nak buat. Kita jangan, kalau kata kita expand, macam saya selalu cakap pada saya punya team, kadang-kadang saya ada berbagai bisnes. Saya ada bisnes air, saya ada bisnes baju, kadang saya ada bisnes collagen dan juga sebesar studio. Dan benda-benda tu semua tak kira kecil atau besar, macam saya cakap tadi, di zaman COVID ini kita tak boleh nak expand banyak, tetapi kena ingat dalam masa COVID ni juga ada juga peluang. Betul tak, Christy? So peluang yang kadang kita macam contoh yang saya dapat masa pandemik ni adalah bisnes perniagaan air. Saya buka bubble bee tu sebab saya baru tahu bila masa pandemik ni benda yang paling laku adalah jualan makan atau minuman. Betul tak sekarang ni? Kadang-kadang saya nak jual topi pun macam saya tak keluar rumah lah. Saya ada bisnes pomade juga. Saya ada bisnes pomade pun orang macam saya tak beli pomade lagi lah. Saya tak keluar rumah. Tapi duduk rumah untuk apa? Makan. So korang kena jaga, jangan expand. Kalau boleh jimat duit, tetapi kalau kata kita tidak teruskan, kita tak ada duit nak masuk. Saya faham soalan itu tadi supaya kita tidak rasa macam kalau kita expand sangat kan gagal. Kalau kita tak expand pula, kita tak ada duit masuk. So korang buat tengah-tengah supaya korang macam berjaga-jaga dalam masa yang sama. Korang kena fikir apa yang terbaik.
Tengah-tengah, okay, not too much lah. Okay, tengah-tengah. Okay, thank you. And Tiffany Fu, you've got yourself a Grab food voucher. There you go, makanan. Worth 50 ringgit. Okay, who's our next question? And our next question, I believe, is from Aslin. And Christy, maybe you can help this. Hi, I'm currently confused and stressed out about the financial situation during the pandemic. What are the tips to survive and how do we handle the financial situation in order to go back to normal? Everyone is affected. Where can we find a solution? All these stress questions to Christy.
Okay, first of all, you need to reduce your overheads. Try to cut down unnecessary expenses. Stop the bleed. That's the first thing. And there's always this SRF, and the interest rate is very low. I think it's about 3.5%. So you can try to apply for SRF from the banks because now is a good time to take a loan because the interest rate is low. And at the same time, for existing loans, you can try to go with the moratorium. So this is how you stop the bleed, cut expenses, get extra cash flow through SRF, and also use the moratorium to delay any huge payments like your mortgages or your other kind of big loans. So that's how you buy time for yourself. So that's increasing your runway. And but it still doesn't solve the problem. You still need to. But it gives you, when you have a runway, you've got time to think and re-strategize your business. But ultimately, you still need to re-strategize to really, really stop to get yourself out of the problem that you're in. But you can use that 3 ways, like I said: cut expenses, SRF, and go for moratorium to actually get yourself more time. And there's a lot of grants in Malaysia. You can go to like what I did. I went to MDEC to get grant to revamp my website. You could do that as well. You could go to MDEC and get their grant to revamp your website. It might help your business. There's also SME Corp where you can get the BAP 2.0 grant. That's 500,000 ringgit there for machineries, to automate your business and to help you, just digitalize and automate your business during the pandemic. So you can use this period to do all these things, So let's not waste this pandemic. So I hope I gave you some solutions. You can check out all those grants I told you about. Yeah.
So stop the bleeding, stretch the dollar.
Yes, stop the bleeding, stretch the dollar, get yourself some runway, clear your head, re-strategize, go for all the grants that I just mentioned to fix your website, to automate your business, get more machines, blah, blah, blah. You will not die. Yeah.
Good.
Okay, so Azreen, you have a 50 ringgit Grab food voucher. Our final question for the Ask and Win giveaway is coming soon. Akan datang. From Yen Emily. When is the best time to purchase education fund for my kids? I'm worried about my kids' education, but do not know when to start. Before Hasrul answered, I know he's got Anna. I just want to say that, the moment my son was about 3, he's now 18, I started, an education fund for my kids because that is going to happen sooner or later. Hasrul, macam mana?
Saya terus terang saya cakap sekarang. Sekarang kalau kata korang dah ada anak saya lahir je, saya dah terus plan macam-macam untuk dorang. Sampai anak saya masa tu baru 1 minggu saya dah fikir dah nak hantar ke sekolah mana. Kalau sekolah macam ni, berapa simpanan yang kena ada, apa yang saya patut buat. Kalau kata tak kira apa-apa saja, saya dah plan daripada mula-mula dorang dilahirkan. So kita kena buat untuk dorang sebab dorang langsung tak tahu apa-apa kan. Macam saya pula, satu lagi, saya ada hari raya dan kami dapat ampau. Setiap kali ampau saya akan simpan kepada dorang punya. Ada pecahan yang banyak. Pecahan di tabung haji, di ASB, insurans. So kalau kata kita tak buat sekarang, bila lagi? So buat sekarang guys.
Sekarang juga.
Sekarang.
All right, congrats to the 3 lucky winners. And of course, Yen Emily, you get a 50 ringgit Grab food voucher as well. So let's keep the ball rolling, for we have more prizes to give out to those who submitted their registrations via the Sun Life website. So up for grabs, Sony headphone worth 100 ringgit, worth 199 ringgit. So let's bring the amazing randomizer to select the winner first for the Sony headphones. So let's see. I like the sound effects.
Oh, salah. Muhammad bin Abdul Jalal.
All right, congratulations. You won yourself a Sony headphone worth 105 ringgit, Muhammad Abdul Jalal. And of course, you have to PM after this for verification, but congratulations. Right, we have another randomizer. One more prize to give away worth 199 ringgit, the wireless speaker, Sony portable wireless speaker. So let's see. Siapa winner?
Kami tak boleh menang ke? I nak menang juga.
Duta tak boleh menang. Congratulations, Lee Kaho. And you have won yourself a Sony portable wireless speaker, so worth 199 ringgit. Thank you. Congratulations to all the winners, right? So again, yes, do Tanya and PM for PMS for verification after the show. So thank you. I hope you've all been charged up and positive about taking your business to new heights, after listening to Christy and Hasrul. So thank you so much, right? A lot of inside information to share with us about running a business successfully. Things that we as customers do not see when we purchase the products, what happens behind, right? So at the end of the day, it's always about passion and determination, and you have to think a little bit. So thank you again, Christy and Hasrul.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Big
you.
shout out
So
all
nice.
those out there who have made this session valuable and And for those who have received gifts, enjoy them. You're so lucky. So thank you again for all the viewers for being part of the Brighter Wellness Program. And we trust that you have benefited from the physical, mental, and today's financial live streams. And as always, Sun Life Malaysia is here as an award-winning life insurance and family takaful provider to offer a comprehensive range of products and services to Malaysians across the country. So stay connected, stay protected, stay healthy, stay safe, and have a great night. And more of us, we can wait.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
Bye
guys.
guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.